We back, baby.
The bird, man. The bird.
Welcome back to Armchair Gaffering. You have myself, Walks, Scorch, SB, and Continental Jess.
Stop right there. It's now the Continental Connoisseur.
Sorry, we have the Continental Connoisseur, and as some of you may know, he has a deal with Favourable Chicken,
and
he's now a food critic. Working alongside none other than the Chicken Connoisseur, or the CSR, as he's known to some.
Shout him out.
Jess, could you just give him a quick rundown on what you've been doing this week and your newfound fame?
Basically, I've been eating pure chicken.
Oh, I like the translation.
Pure.
Thank you, because it's not easy. Everyone thinks that you just go down the chip and buy some chicken. Fuck you. I have to eat the chicken after I buy it.
That is the hard part of it all.
My mind just, I don't know.
It's above us. He's now an expert in this field. If you don't know what we're talking about, Jess features on the Chicken Connoisseur's latest episode of Pengis Munch.
And it's not too removed from what we already do.
No.
We sit down here and we talk about wingers.
In-depth analysis.
Now I'm sitting down here talking about wings. Wings to wingers are the same thing.
He's lost me.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. But back to regularly scheduled programming. This is the Armchair Gaffers show where we talk about wingers, not wings. For those of you watching this online, we'd like to remind you that the podcast is available for your listening pleasure on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple and Google Podcasts. Before we get started, please make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and have your notifications on. Little bell thing. Yeah. ASAP. As we have content coming out on a weekly basis, sometimes daily. Last week we dropped how many videos?
6.
Just the 6. Nobody else is doing it like us.
Us, baby.
7 if you include my parents.
Oh yeah, so it's a video every day. You don't get better value than that. Maybe in Favourable Chicken, because he got like, what was it, 4 wings, piece of chicken, and for £6.
And a can of drink.
And Mirinda.
A Mirinda.
Yeah. We also have the final week of our promo running. Thank you to the people who have purchased and used our code ACG20. But for one last roll of the dice, you can get the Lawnmower 4.0.
It looks wrong actually.
Yeah, that was shaking something else. But it's all below the waist stuff. Help yourself to 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the code ACG20.
That's
ACG20.
I need to say it, Dan.
That was you got to put the. I don't have the Batman voice.
Go ahead.
I don't have the
Once
sexy
again,
Batman voice.
That's ACG20.
I couldn't live with myself doing that.
ACG20. That gives you 20% off and free global shipping. Your balls will thank you.
Amen. Back to the money maker.
One sec. Your mic's got thinking. Yes, I don't know what's going on.
We said no mas.
Yeah, put your. It's not working.
Papi, no mas.
Momento.
When did that just was it always like that?
I don't know. I just look now. Now I can hear you now.
Come.
Yeah, we're good now. So, that's why I was.
Guys, can we talk about football, please? All this chicken.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
man.
After Saturday's events, tragic events, I thought that would have dominated the headlines. But prior to us going live, West Ham and Liverpool usurped yesterday's Manchester derby. And we're going to start with a game that took place at the London Stadium, Olympic Stadium. Yeah. A true Super Sunday barnstormer. David Moyes is now a football genius, finally. Liverpool went into this game looking to set a new club record of 26 league games unbeaten. But goals from Alisson, an own goal, Fornals and Zuma secured the 3 points for Moyes' men.
Pablo.
What is the ceiling for the Hammers this year, and how much is Declan Rice currently worth in
Can I say a
Bitcoin?
few things? before I address that, I'm just very grateful that for the first time judging by thumbnails, first time in about 4 weeks, the show
Boys back in town.
the show isn't dominated by either Ollie sacking talk or Tottenham talk. So I'm just glad that we're talking about
Everything.
everything
That's
else
what it's
that
about, man.
matters.
Well,
Do you know
that's
what I
what it's
mean?
about.
Oh, because you know what I was gonna say.
Because what?
Just imagine David Moyes at Man United now.
With that squad.
I said
Jesse said this,
I said this
6
a few weeks
weeks
ago,
ago.
No,
Like
and
5-6
I
weeks.
keep thinking it. Now
Yeah.
you said it.
because you guys look at me as the neighborhood lunatic, your friendly neighborhood lunatic man. But I keep saying David Moyes would currently get more out of this Man United squad than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Do you know what it is? When you said it at the time, it was funny.
Yeah, but see me, Scorch. My thing's separate. Yeah, I'm looking beyond.
So your thing.
My thing is separate.
It's separate.
Yeah, I'm looking beyond what you guys are seeing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
But we're not talking about thingy. Yeah, the
I know,
ceiling for
just-
West
yeah.
Ham. Okay, yeah, I finally seen that West Ham's things. They've got solid spine.
4-4s.
So going through the middle of the pitch from back to front, they've got a keeper who knows the league inside and out. Yeah,
He's been around the block.
who's that guy? Dawson.
Craig Dawson,
I like
he
him, you know.
he plays his part, or
He doesn't
less
play.
so.
No.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
thing.
Sometimes.
His contribution.
He's been removed.
Dawson's contribution to West Ham is that he doesn't play. Is it?
Yes, that's how he's contributing this year.
That's how he's contributing. Yeah?
Ogbonna, Cresswell, Kurt Zuma.
Exactly. Lovely.
Can we give
Such.
Can we give Uncle Ogbonna
Oi. Shout
Angelo.
out.
clout?
Shout
Because
out,
listen,
Ogs,
look,
man.
when the people he's around, yeah, are not jokers. You know, in fact, I shouldn't say jokers because you don't want to call man like Collins
Yeah,
a joker. That's not fair.
Was it Reed
Reed
and the likes?
them man
Yeah.
there. However, when you put him next to some man that's kind of like you put him next to Zuma, who plays for France or whatnot, played for Chelsea, he suddenly looks like a guy kind of good enough to be at a club like Juventus.
Yeah.
Funny that.
It's crazy.
Suddenly looks like a guy like look at him when he's attacking set pieces. He is
Beastly.
dominant. He,
Tidy on the ball, man. I
he
like him on the
climbs
ball as
all
well.
over man like shit. He treats man like shit. Yeah.
Wearing his gloves in all
All conditions.
climates.
And
yeah.
also
Even
when
gloves.
he's defending set pieces, I know West Ham ain't been the sickest, but like he's aggressive there as well. And also, do you know what I like? Now, when I'm looking at West Ham and I'm seeing Ogbonna, he kind of looks like the guy. Like Zuma and them look like they kind of look into Ogbonna, and I kind of it's
the complementary parts. Yeah.
I'm starting to see, and you
But
know,
the thing is, yeah, like all teams that have these spells, it never lasts for long. Okay?
Is this more than a spell now, though?
not-
Jess?
it's more than a
Europe
spell.
last year. Great start to the season.
I'm-
the second
bro,
time
I'm
the
not-
man's
I'm
had
not
the
talking
job and
about-
done
I'm
the
not-
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm not talking about a microclimate. I'm talking about something more than that. Yeah, I'm not talking about like a little 6-month period in the season or like a good season.
You mean like a
I'm
3-4
talking
year?
like a 3-4 year
Got ya.
Project.
Well,
yeah.
he's well on the way.
Yeah, and as I was saying,
it's a
the
project.
span of the team. Keeper, it's a project, but keeper knows the league.
Yes.
Dawson, his contribution is by not playing. You got
He filled in for Ogbonna because Ogbonna come off. He got-
Dawson is
yeah,
not
elbowed.
bad.
you got Souček. Everyone knows about Souček. Deki Rice looks like he's kind of answering the critics to some degree. When I say critics,
Not
I'm
us.
talking about myself.
Oh.
Fair.
When?
Hands up.
Oh, I've been doing it silently.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I've been doing it silently. I didn't know what the hype was. And then up front, they've got the best player in the world.
Are we not doing that thing that Walks was doing?
What was Walks doing?
What's that?
We're
Laptop.
talking about crew foul still. We're not doing that anymore?
We're not talking about Kufau. I want to talk
We
about.
need to talk about 4 now.
What is wrong?
I've
This
already
is part
spoke
of a
about four
great
nows.
squad, isn't it?
I've spoke about
Great
four
player
now.
as well.
Yeah.
No, let's not do it, man.
What's this, Jess?
What are we doing, man?
Four
They're
nows.
playing good. Why are we calling 4 now as a great player?
We didn't say. You know what? Say great.
He's contributing.
He's
It's contributing.
He's
You know
contributing.
4 now is a calm footballer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's starting to go above
Spanish
above
national
that.
team as well. now.
Yeah, he's like
It's not getting flexed.
Tottenham
just
got
yet,
to the
but
Champions League
Yeah.
final
Like-
with calm football players. Your whole team was calm.
Yeah.
minus 2 people.
What does this mean about?
And you got to the Champions League
doesn't mean
final.
anything
So
about
calm-
West Ham.
calm-
though.
is calm.
We'll get round to Spurs eventually.
Yeah, like
Calm is calm.
You can't just say Tottenham and try to get a reaction out of me about who 4 nows is. It doesn't work like that.
He's grown. He's better now.
What I'm saying is,
growing
like,
bad.
4 nows is like he's a This player in a team in a decent, like everything is
in a good moment.
yeah, it's decent. For nows, I know you. You're not tricking me. I know the ball's hit the back of the net a few times. You're not Riyad Mahrez now.
Villarreal?
Calm guy.
Gerald Bowen.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Gerald Bowen.
What a guy. He's been doing
You guys
it for a
are
while.
blinded by Gerald Bowen.
No, I'm not.
Gerald Bowen is the 2020 version. I know 121, but whatever. 2020 version of Matt Jarvis. Think about it, guys. There's nothing different. I like him, by the way. I like Jarvis too.
That one season
Wait,
where
do you know-
Jarvis was moving mad.
I'm out. I'm out.
Do you know what's fucked?
But
Yeah,
Jarvis
I
had a
agree.
good season, one season.
Wait, do you know what's
rated
fucked?
rated.
I'm not
England
gonna
call
lie
up?
to you.
Was- I think it was the England call up.
I did used to like Matt Jarvis.
Everyone did.
The
Left
bit
foot,
there's
left
a.
foot, right foot.
There was
I'm
an England
looking
call
at
up.
it and I'm like, oh.
I'm not sure how
But
many caps.
I'm not going with you.
Yeah.
The
I'm
gaffers will know, but I'm not sure how many caps. But there was an England call up.
One
for Jarvis. I think it was
Just the one.
one and done.
I was so happy. I was
He's
like,
part
this is
of
the start.
that club.
You'll get that one, don't you, when you're English and you get that
I
5
think
minutes in Prem?
most everyone's
Unless
got
you're
one in it. Yeah.
unless you're James Madison.
HB, who's that guy that used to play for Swansea, Blackburn, the striker? Is it like Danny something? I think Sunderland as well.
Graham?
Danny Graham.
Yeah.
I used to like him as well.
I've got a good story about him, but I can't say on air. It's about Ocean Beach and
That doesn't sound air friendly.
extracurricular.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll speak
No,
about
what does it mean?
We'll speak about that
Let's
after.
go.
No, we can't do that. Liverpool were going into this game to set a club record of 26 league games unbeaten, as well as winning would take them up to second. They'd be a point behind Chelsea. They started. Did we see this coming at all?
So I only caught the second half. Yeah.
Fair.
And I realized Liverpool are doing something. Yeah. Liverpool are going into games. I'm basing this on what I saw in the second half. Okay. Liverpool in that second half looks to me like a team that go into a game expecting to win just based on the fact that they're better than the other team. Do you understand what I mean?
You think they what? You think the
man to
complacency
man.
setting? I wouldn't say that myself.
However whatever you want to call it, but they go into games knowing man for man, cool, our keeper's better than their keeper.
You say that.
Fullback is better than their fullback.
I want to speak about their keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, going into the game, okay. Forget what happened during the game, okay. But going into the game, keeper's better, right back's better, centre back's better, man for man. We are better than these guys. Yeah, it's like when Roy Keane said, "Guys, it's Tottenham."
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Roy is very much.
And that's if you want to call it complacency, I wouldn't call it that. But there's a lot of expectedness.
Yes.
Yeah, they go into games and just expected to come out with 3 points. If you ask me, but what do I know? I'm just
An armchair gaffer.
gaffer.
On the goalkeeper, Alisson
no, we're not doing that. We're not
seemed
gonna dig him
to possibly be at fault for all three. Am I being harsh?
Well,
I think you're being kind.
Well, he did bag one.
So we can't blame him for scoring. But two of the three, I'd probably expect better from a keeper of his standard. I mentioned it probably last year when Watkins ran riot at Anfield that I was worried about Alisson's form. I know he went through all sorts. His father passed away, yada, yada, yada. But in recent times, I'm not as sure as I once was about him. It might seem reactionary, but I've seen it across the period of
Span of
a
time.
season and a bit.
No, we're not doing this. We're not going to dig him out because he had a few moments that weren't up to his high standards that he set
Fair.
himself.
Set the bar too high.
So you're saying it's just a game, just in your
What I'm saying is, yeah, until we start digging out players, yeah, on-field players for their moments of madness, okay, until we start digging out strikers, yeah, for ghosting their entire season, yeah, and still getting England call-ups, okay, yeah. Until we start doing that, I'm not going to dig out Alisson for a few moments. Obviously, Liverpool fans won't be happy, yeah, but I'm not going to call his whole reputation into question based on a few moments. Sorry, guys, I'm just not doing it.
That is fair, and that is your choice. Both teams could have been down to 10 men. Cresswell's tackle on Henderson should probably be
That's
looked
one-
at as a war
That's
crime.
beef.
I've seen some horrible tackles lately.
Yeah.
I saw one earlier. We'll talk about it later in the Tottenham game.
Yeah.
But that tackle was like, I think as well, where I'm somebody that's had a fucking
Serious injury.
ACL
Yeah.
injury. Like, until I had that injury myself, I didn't really look at tackles like that as
Carefree.
being as dangerous as they are. But when you understand like what can happen, like that tackle is a bad tackle.
It's a shocker, man.
And
And
like I
got away with
personally,
it.
I feel like
Didn't get red.
I'm not really someone that says, "Oh, rah, you should get this punishment." Like low key, I kind of rate Cresswell. I would.
Oh no, same here.
I wouldn't mind if Tottenham had him as a left-sided of a three.
You take him over. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of feel like he should have got like a 3-match ban.
Yeah, it was a
Did
shocker. of a challenge.
Chananoglu do what I think he just done?
Yes.
He's a prick. I don't like that.
I don't
kid.
like that guy.
I love it.
Fuck that kid.
It's a bit muggy. But yeah.
Yeah, back to Liverpool. Origi came off the bench and did what he usually
Did
does, or what
Origi.
some people think he does a lot of, but he probably doesn't do as much of. Scored a good goal.
No, the goal was mad.
Yeah, the goal.
Swivel hips.
Swivel.
Swivel
lefty.
hips, hit it down.
We think he meant to kick it into the ground
Goalkeeper, through the player's
in the
legs.
spirit of Mesut Ozil.
In the
Hey, by the way,
spirit.
guys, when I was in secondary school, in trampolining, we called a seat drop with a half twist to
Just
another
swivel
seat
hips.
drop. We used to call that swivel hips.
Yeah.
Was that in every school?
What?
We
When you
had
do a
that in-
seat
yeah.
drop, yeah,
What is it?
and you do a half
Seat drop,
twist.
but you twist.
So
It's
seat
what?
drop,
Swivel
half
hips.
twist to another seat drop is called a swivel hips. So you seat drop.
What was
half
you
twist.
doing in school, bro?
I was doing the mad
I
thing.
did it too. Yeah.
I've got,
What were you doing
I've
on
got
trampolines?
medals.
You man was in
No, I
bring.
was
You man
jumping-
was in bring it on or something.
Guys,
I
I
was
was
doing this.
Flips like
Oh, you did.
Armchair
Good
Gaffers
shit.
at home.
Nah.
For those of you that did trampolining in school,
every time I used to fly off the
Gabriel,
trampoline.
I'd hope so,
Gabriel
making it to the
Union,
Olympics, yeah.
Gabriel
I've got
Union and
medals
that,
for trampolining.
bro. Look at
Pike,
you, bro.
pike jump.
pike jump, no, but that's normal.
Triple
I used to
pike.
do
Yeah, triple pike,
double
man.
pike, somersaults, front and
What's
back.
pike when you dishing?
No, that's tuck.
Tuck jump.
Pike is like a tuck.
Straight
where your
legs.
are out front.
Is this a cheerleading?
I've
podcast?
actually.
Hey, yeah. We're losing our reputation, and
we
there's a
finish
lot.
off with
This is
Liverpool?
estrogen
And go on
based.
to the
If you
next
want
game,
more
lads.
trampolining talk, hit us up. 07.
Catch us in
9
final third.
Yeah, for
final
trampoline
third.
talk. This won't do too much to Liverpool's title aspirations, or will it?
No, because
Just a
Just a blip.
Just a blip.
I tell
Guys-
you what, I'm slightly offended though that Jess said Liverpool look like a team that just know they're better than guys, because I feel like it's kind of being
Snobby.
Condescending.
disrespectful
I'm
to
happy
Klopp.
I've offended you.
I don't think Klopp looks at. I think he's just.
Yeah, I think they're better. And
got
considering the
too
season
much
they
integrity.
had the season they had last year, I don't think they can allow for complacency to say.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, okay, watching the half of the game that I watched, that's the feeling that I got.
Also, do you know what I would say though that kind of supports what you're saying though is against United, I did think, yeah, you scored 5 goals, but I don't like.
On that day,
Against
anyone
a-
who
a
scored 5
shocking
goals-
team.
Yeah, you haven't played that sick.
They didn't
Like,
put United to the
I've
sword
seen
even
you
though it was
lot play
5-0.
much better than this.
and score fewer goals.
Mm.
Yeah, but in response to your question, Dan, will it do much to their title aspirations? Yes and no, because Chelsea are winning the league anyway. So
Interesting. Yeah, Trent, another splendid free kick.
Great goal, man.
He is. Yeah, I think he's clear right now.
I think
He's
those
really
two.
enjoying.
I think Trent and Reece James are head and shoulders above Walker and Trippier. I love Walker though; he has to be in the team.
Walker
Does
is
going
the
backwards.
goal or right backs. He has to
Walker,
has to play.
greatest right back
No,
to play.
that's what I'm saying. Walker has
Prime
to
Minister.
play. He has to play. Walker, he's the kind of player I'll just bring him in the squad anyway, even if he's 50 years old.
We'll
Yeah.
work it out.
We'll work something out.
Probably
He,
still be
he
fast.
says it though. He says
out.
in a few of his interviews, he says he listens to. I forgot the guy. It's like a motivational speaker, and he's like, "I promised myself that I'll never be outworked by anyone." And like, I'm one of the elder statesmen in the thing, but they won't beat me.
And it shows.
And like
Shows
the way he
it shows
plays,
when he runs
You wanna know
back.
how mad-
the living embodiment of that.
Man kicked ball with him one summer at like 5
Mm-hmm,
Chingo, like Pout somewhere. Bro, he like forget like being a footballer. There was other footballers there. His thing was
I'm just a man.
like, I'm getting my fitness out today.
Yeah.
So he's
He
playing
ran
at
and ran
a high level
ran
in a kick
and
about.
ran
That says a lot about the man.
and ran. What I'm saying, not he was doing things,
Technical.
showing us his technique,
Mm-hmm.
expressing himself. No. He ran and ran and ran and like run, press, get the ball, save pass.
I don't know if this makes sense to you guys.
It's good
Yeah?
to see, man.
When I watch Man City and they
Did his
can-
turning goal, no problem as well.
yeah,
Stand up guy.
When I watch Man City and they can see the goal, I see Walker in the shot a lot. Yeah. Now what that says to me is that he's tried his best to stop that goal. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes
He
a
really
goal,
does.
the ball goes
Unlike
in there.
Wan-Bissaka.
He hasn't given up.
Yeah, like Walker's not gonna give up. Cool, you're gonna score, but you're gonna have to earn this goal. Because no.
We're talking about the Man United game.
Just before we leave, the big win for West Ham, could they be in with a Champions League shout, or are we dreaming? Is that like fairies, bubbles?
Squad depth
Stuff.
for me becomes a big issue.
Because they're still doing well in Europe as well.
Yeah.
Top 6.
Hasn't affected them just yet, though.
But you know what? Yeah, when you have a good feel-good
Top
factor
6.
going through the team, I think anything is possible.
Fikayo.
Fikayo Tomori has just scored an equaliser in the Milan derby, which not many Englishmen can boast about. But West Ham, Champions League, Europa
I think Europa
Conference.
League.
They have to get. I
Conference
think
vibes.
anything other than European football
Again.
is a big failure.
Wasn't OG.
Yeah.
On another note as well, I just want to say, is there anything in Trent really kicking on and Van Dijk coming back?
No, because he started kicking on before VDV came back.
Do you know what I'm saying though?
No, but he started before he came back though.
I don't know. I'm just.
I
He
don't know.
finished the season well, but yeah, I think having Van Dijk back gives them extra insurance to go and fly the nest and do their amazing work higher up the pitch. There's a little debate which floated last week. Chilwell and Reece James versus Robbo and Trent. If you are a manager, which two are you picking for your teams, please?
Robertson and Trent.
Robertson
No.
and Trent.
I go Robbo and James.
No, is it those
As
two
a
and
pairing,
those two?
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a pair.
Robbo and Trent.
Oh my god! You know what's so mad though? I was gonna say, but they've all won the Champions League.
It's nothing like, yeah.
I'm going Robbo and Trent.
Put your medals on the table, as
Well,
Graham
but the
Souness
thing
once
is-
said.
It's bare easy. I just clocked it's bare easy.
No, but I like
It's
Reece
Robbo.
James a lot, and
himself.
Chilwell can strike a ball.
No, it's just Robbo.
Either, you're not losing either way.
He's the.
Imagine if you're starting Robbo as your main left back, and like, he's injured, you got to start Chilwell. You're not gonna be like, oh fuck, Chilwell. Like, cool. No problem.
SB?
I'm going with Trent and Robbo.
Fair play. Gaffers, let us know your thoughts. We spoke about Carl Walker. He took part in the Manchester derby, more Derby Day blues for Man United. Halloween was last week, but Old Trafford is certainly Ole's house of horrors. It looked like a Carabao Cup fixture for the majority of the game for me. That's how it looked to me.
Embarrassing.
It was an absolute shocker. I haven't seen anything like it. It reminded me of maybe a League 2 team coming up against a second string Prem team. It was embarrassing and in parts possibly worse than the 5-0.
It was a derby. It was a derby, and we had more shots on our goal than we had on City's goal.
Yes. I saw
Work that out. We had more shots on our own
that.
goal
Oh
than we
fucking
had
hell! Yeah, you did have
on
a few in it.
City's
It
goal.
did get a little bit muggy in parts.
And he's
Played a
still
back
there.
five.
He's still there.
Who are you talking about? It's still there.
Who are we talking about? Maguire, Shaw, Ollie, Fred, McTominay. There's so many.
Why are they the scapegoats always though?
Because they're crap. They're
Just-
actually crap.
You're kindly waiting in line.
Can you hear me?
Go on.
You're live.
So United lost 5-0 to Liverpool, and Ollie said something has to change. Yeah, rather than the big elephant in the room, which is himself, he said no, it's the formation we're playing. So we changed to call it back 3. Some call it back 5.
Back 8.
Yesterday was a back 5, and then
let's
you
go-
got the 2 in front,
let's
which
go
is
back.
so
Let's go-
7 defensive
For
players.
me, I was like Benitez said, let's talk about the facts. Okay,
I watched that the other day.
you have to watch it regularly.
That's how he says it.
A classic.
Let's talk about the
Talk about the
facts.
facts. Okay, so you've gone to a new system against Liverpool with 3 or 5 at the back, and after the Liverpool loss against Tottenham, and you've won. Okay, you've beat Tottenham.
You couldn't find a better team
Which
to play
wouldn't
against.
be
And
that hard.
the thing is, though, yeah, that's what I'm
Norwich
saying.
and Newcastle.
If United have kept their same system, they would have still beat Tottenham on that day. Okay, like they were going to win that game regardless. After that game, I said to myself, "Hold on, did Ollie just switch system for this game, or does he think he's found the holy grail for United? Yeah, against Atalanta, it turns out he thought he'd found the holy grail.
Fucking
Yeah?
idiot. What an idiot.
You play the same system, and it's clearly not working. You managed to scrape a 2-2 draw. Okay, so obviously it's not working, right? So the last thing you're gonna do is play the same system in the big derby.
Against a better team.
And what you're definitely not going to do, is have a forward pairing that doesn't work.
But you know what I didn't understand, yeah? Like, man was rating the game against Spurs because it looked like he looked within his squad and found a solution with what was there, as opposed to, I either want to play this formation and I'm just going to shoehorn guys in, or I want to play these guys and I'll just do whatever formation, mate. Like, it actually looked like you could see the thinking behind it.
Yeah, he said he stumbled on it on Monday night, I think, and not Football Manager. He stumbled on it, I think, on Monday night, and then Tuesday they kind of put it all in place.
I can't believe this is our manager.
No cap, yeah. I did feel kind of, like, this is me being stupid, innit? But it did kind of feel like, oh, El Sacchio, Conte's looming. Watch this, guys.
There were rumours.
Let me beat a 3/5 so you can see, like, look at me. With
I have tactical
now.
flexibility, and yeah.
But though, where it gets weird is then when you see him select a 2 up top pairing of Greenwood and Ronaldo, with Rashford sitting on the bench. Or Cavani. I think Cavani was injured.
They both was, to be honest. Yeah, Rashford was ill.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with Rashford. He's never ready to start games at the moment, but he's coming on and impact. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, obviously I don't know, but it just made me think, yeah, Ole, this is why, like, when people like me try and support your thing, it looks mad, because then against we could talk about Man City separately, but it looked like he didn't really give them a chance against Man City.
It looked like they
What
lost.
would you guys have done, I guess, in his position? Would you have been braver?
I would have
For
resigned.
me, Cavani's not that. Either like that front two is just not making
Can't work.
no sense.
I would have resigned.
Like, it's
You
either
would've
as
stepped-
well,
that's
like,
probably
it's
stepped
either
down.
we drop off, like, because they're not gonna do this. Like, what's required?
Yeah.
He doesn't have Greenwood doesn't have enough experience. Yeah, he don't really know how to do everything.
Where's
He's
the
learning.
movement?
Yeah, and my man, he's got physical limitations of what he's capable of. And then you got Bruno Fernandes, whose issue, not that he has bare issues, not that he's a bad player, he's a good player, but one of the cons against his pros is that, like, consistency. Not in terms of, like, he's going to deliver, but, like, I don't know, if Bruno makes 10 passes,
It's not as predictable and
It's not
like
making
pattern
8.
based or
nah. He's a try things and make things happen person. So when you've got all of that against a team that is going to suffocate you,
and well structured, who know patterns, who are basically
and they've been a team
robots
for a
dialed in.
considerable piece of time. Like, it's, the autonomism is mad right now. Like, this is not
The
like
algorithms is mad, man.
yeah, like you hitting them with the right. We got Ronaldo now vibe.
What's that doing?
It's not really the thing.
Might need a bit more than that. I wholeheartedly agree. I think that it's probably naive of Ole to think that you could get away, I think, with that back five against City. Pep just said, I'm gonna play wide and keep doing these switches so we can kind of like exploit the width of the pitch and get them moving. The switches were like a thing.
Do you know what I couldn't? Do you
The
know
overload.
I couldn't
extra man.
understand. Like, I couldn't understand. Yeah, how
Tomori, that's bad.
I couldn't understand. Is he giving away a pen?
Tomorrow's now
bad.
giving away
Another
a
one.
pen.
He was baffed as well. He was all over the place.
And guess
Oh,
who?
that's
Guess,
what
guess
pen,
who's won the
pen.
pen? Matteo Darmian, highest player up the pitch.
Could you imagine that in the main?
Wait,
match,
hold
yeah?
on. Wait, was I not telling man about Darmian going ham the other day?
He's been doing it for like a year or so now.
Was man not saying this?
He's been doing it.
But yeah, fucking where was we?
The switches.
Yeah, so what? Do you know what was rattling me? I'm like, bro, you have wing backs, and they're mashing you up.
You're pinned.
This is not. No, it's not. No.
In a form.
Not like they're pinning you on some vertical thing.
No, it was like lateral. Yeah.
On a hot, like, it doesn't make sense. You've got the width.
Yeah, it's just
The fuck?
It's just great.
Embarrassing.
Great coaching. And I think City are a better team than United, but I think United could have definitely given a better account of themselves. I think Shaw and Maguire, I mentioned it probably 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, even if not more, that they have been poor
Bleeding.
and possibly regressed since last season. I think yesterday, the second goal before halftime was the perfect example of that. Shocking. David De Gea kept United in it up to that point, and then decided to just remind us that he does have a horrible Rick within him.
Did he dismiss a penalty?
Arturo's a baller.
Okay, cool. Tottenham didn't buy him. Cool.
Butler.
But this is what I want to say about the Man City performance, though. Yeah, it was a wicked, like, really good game of keep ball.
Yeah. When I understand and when I clock that reigns for a manager are approaching the end is when like agents, family members, wives of football teams or football players, start to comment. And Jesse Lingard's brother posted on Instagram, he said something like, I didn't know Sky are now broadcasting training sessions.
You know what's so funny? I nearly said the exact same thing.
That's when you know that it's starting to unravel.
Bad, man.
It's not. It's City done City. United's problems run deep. And I'm not for sacking anyone because like you have to feed your family. Yeah.
He's gonna get fed when he gets sacked.
However, if I turn up at work in the morning and I don't do my job, I get a stern talking to. If I continue to do that for 2.5, 3 years, best believe I'll be out of a job. It's just the way it works. Just not fit for purpose. So if you ask me, from a fan's perspective, Ollie needs to go. However, the people that run the club aren't looking for that perspective.
The people
that run the club aren't looking for that perspective.
They're not.
Your
Owners.
your defensive Harry Maguire should not be in the team. Full stop.
Shouldn't be captain.
Yeah, and
He's a massive liability.
I'd say that he probably should be dropped. I think the last 3 or 4 games he's been atrocious, and I'm someone who doesn't bomb on him too often. But I think it's probably now where Ole, if he's still in the job, should show some leadership and say you're not up to the standard, you're not up to the expectation of an £80 million centre back if he ever was. It's time to be dropped.
Exactly.
Team knows
Eric
team
Bailly
knows his
makes these
shit.
mistakes and he's dropped.
Exactly.
Shocking on goal yesterday, but I don't think that typifies him in totality.
He's not alone. Aaron Wan-Bissaka does not.
He's struggling at
Where's
the minute.
Dallo?
I'd
Like,
say.
we have a team. Have you seen our bench?
Yeah.
We have a squad nearly of like 20 deep, like quality players, but Ollie uses 12.
I think, yeah.
And then
He
puts
trusts a
on,
few.
puts on Donny
Yeah.
van der Beek
I
for
think-
40 minutes for the fans. And then puts on Jadon Sancho yesterday for 30 or 40 minutes. for
No,
what?
that was half time. No,
The-
it wasn't half
the
time.
It was late on. Yeah, it was
Like,
late.
what did you want? What did you
Late in the
expect
game.
Sancho to do in that? Like, he's bleeding. What did you want him to do? What did you actually against Carl Walker as well? What did you actually want him to do, bro? It's suicide. We're losing 2-0, so cool. I'm gonna bring you.
I think
on,
that's
Sancho.
a bit of PR from him. Yeah, there.
Bro, it's pathetic, bro. His confidence is low already.
Yeah.
And you put him into that situation.
It did
For
feel PR-ish.
I think
Pathetic.
United could do a straight swap and improve, the whole team, if they done a straight swap for Fred and even El Neni. That's how I feel right now. I think Fred is that bad.
Fred needs coaching.
I
do you know
think
what's
Fred
so mad?
is
I
such
don't-
a scapegoat. I think
I don't
I think
see-
McTominay is possibly worse than him.
Yeah.
I don't see how everybody sees Fred. I don't see Fred how everybody sees Fred.
I think he's a player that plays at his maximum limit.
24.
I think he's fairly limited, but I think he will give you everything he has every single week.
Is he limited?
There's a
or is
little
he
bit
not
of
wavy?
quality. There's
do you get what I'm
there's
saying?
clogger vibes.
He needs to
Yeah,
be coached.
exactly.
He just
There
needs
is
to be-
clogger
he just
vibes.
needs
No,
to be
but that
coached.
doesn't mean he like people speak about him like he's mad limited. I don't think he is.
I think he plays at his limit, which for me is all I can ask.
Like
There's people that are way below there.
And he does bare things that people like to ignore. Like people will go on like he can't shoot. I see him lick a ball the other day. I could not believe the cleanness of the strike from about 30 yards.
Blindness is killing me, Scorch.
I'm not I'm not trying to tell you he's Steven Gerrard.
Because what I'm going to say is, if he was at Tottenham, you would be pulling your hair out.
He's better, but he's better than Harry Winks.
What's that saying, though?
He's better than to me, I don't see him no difference between him and Højbjerg, except one has an attitude that drags down his level, and one has an attitude that, in my opinion, raises his level. Like everybody looks at the limits of Fred, yeah, like what he can't do, but man, just look at what he does do with what he's got. The man hasn't like. All right, cool. I know I said I don't think he's as limited as man say. He ain't got like much. He's not like fucking Steven Gerrard, is he?
No, not many are. Yeah.
However, with what he's got, bro, the results speak for themselves.
He just needs a good coach.
I think he'd possibly not excel, but I don't think people would look at him as this. Oh, Fred, and cheering when he comes off. Like, I think like McTominay is probably one that we should look at
Why
in terms
don't
of quality.
And why don't you see this other thing like McTominay? McTominay as a youth growing up played bare football as a number 10.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing him DM when his education has been as an attacking player, and wondering why he's maybe
Falling short in
like, fuck me. You're looking what the heir to Roy Keane.
like stuff like that. I
to
don't even
Michael
need, I don't need to hear that.
And we're going to do it with a young boy that's playing out of position with a coach
who is out of his
that is
depth,
making
you
his
might
way.
say? Yeah,
Like, this
Yeah.
sounds mad to me. It sounds like man
It was mad. No,
want
Scorch,
too
it's mad.
much.
No, it's mad, Scorch. This whole thing at Man United right now
It's a lot.
is mad.
SB, do you see anything changing over the international break? I've heard rumours that this is what people were waiting for, or the hierarchy.
Whoa.
Who is out there that you would take in this instance?
I've seen we've been linked with Rodgers.
Yes,
I wouldn't mind Rodgers.
that's an improvement. Not worried about him falling short 2 years on the
I
bounce
just
for
want to
Champions
see
League thing.
some good football. That's
that,
all I
that
want to
sounds
see.
like such a good fit.
I just want to see some good football. And one thing with Brendan, there'll be good football.
play.
I think we're linked with Ralph Ragnick as well.
Rangnick, yeah, seen his name.
I've not seen a
mentioned
lot of him,
few
but I've
times.
seen what he's done with Salzburg and Leipzig as a director of football. So I know that he knows what to do, or he knows about football.
Mhm.
Who else have we been linked with? But I think, or we'd have to go all out for Ten Hag.
He's not leaving mid-season.
He will. Money.
Not right now.
Nah.
Not with what they're
See
doing.
the integrity.
I heard the integrity. I do hear the integrity.
Depends what kind of bag they throw at
But
him.
money speaks.
Mhm.
Man
Speaks
ain't
a lot.
leaving Ajax
Money
mid-season, bro.
speaks.
Who are
I'll be stuck.
who are in a good moment. Their Champions League campaign is going swimmingly.
But
And
what
your
do
boy,
you-
and you know
what
who's
do you-
fucking it up right now? Your boy Anthony.
What do you do? What do you do though at Ajax? Like, you're telling me that it's the middle of the season, but the middle is at the end of the season. There's
He just
nothing.
finished the
There's,
season.
there's
Show some
nothing.
respect.
There's
No, but
nothing there.
he's what, won the league there now.
And then
They
he's gonna-
didn't used
he's
to win
gonna-
it
he's
in
gonna-
recent times. They haven't won it year in year out. They
He's
haven't
gonna win it. He's
dominated.
gonna win it again.
No, that's not guaranteed.
That's bro. He's gonna win it again.
It's not guaranteed.
So
Ferenc Varos could,
they're gonna win again. So he's just gonna win the league again in Holland,
and then move.
and then it doesn't make sense.
Are
If
we
you
not
get-
worried about the level of Eredivisie? We've got a manager who came from Mold.
Nah,
Yo, you
Ten Hag's-
believe that?
Yeah, no, I believe.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
he's
I've
the
seen
truth.
enough. He's the truth.
Yeah, it is romantic for me, the Ten Hag appointment. It's like the whole Project Vibes
Definitely romantic.
idea, but I'm not sure. I'm still a tad miffed
Where
that we
you
missed.
at?
I'm a little bit upset that I feel like the Conte train passed. I probably would have taken that as a like 18-month interim short-term appointment just to get some sort of structure, discipline, get people running.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
one
amazing.
thing that I noticed. The way City were chasing yesterday reminded me of the Chelsea game where they just hounded them to shit. They were doing it to the end of the game. Like players that have won
The
all
press,
sorts.
the press was there was a point
Ferocious.
Suffocating.
they pressed. There was like Bernardo, and it turned out there was like some little moment, but it ended up as a foul, and I was like, blood, like you see this, like you can't. I was talking with somebody on the phone, and they was telling me about Phil Foden and young players and them gotta keep their head screwed on it, and I was like, you don't get it. Like when you watch a game of football and you see man behaving like that, he's in a good space. Like they're all in a not superstar space.
Which is mad because they've got the silverware where you could possibly start slacking off, and it seems, I don't want to cast aspersions, but United have players who might not want to run,
The only player
but
that runs for
haven't
United is
done as much.
It's Cavani,
It's crazy to see.
and he's 30. He's 30. What?
Yeah, he's 34, 35. We're in a right old pickle, is what I will say.
I heard Roy Keane kind of like speaking down about Cavani, and I didn't really get it.
I missed that.
He was saying about
Did you
his
see Gary Neville?
injury record, but I was like,
Yeah, some people say that
Chill out.
Cavani's injury record is somewhat
oh, he's
questionable.
He's not even supposed to be here. Let's
He's
not.
not.
chat
We're
shit.
not meant to be relying on him.
But yeah, there's other players I'd put him on first. But yeah, United shocking form. City continue to go from strength to strength. It seemed like Pep is trying to make it. What would it be? 4 prems in
5
seasons, 6 seasons?
but
5 seasons. Sorry.
but
The CL.
look. First of all, it's can we get this CL going? Sorry, not saying that you're a failure if you don't win the CL.
No, he is.
Campaign's going quite well for them.
But you know the other thing I was thinking, I was watching that game, and all of this good football, but you scored 2 lucky goals. You can't finesse me. Like, I get it, yeah, great football, but you scored you scored an own goal, and Shaw didn't deal with a cross for some reason, and then De Gea's fumbled it into the net. Like, you haven't actually scored a decent goal.
Yeah, but
I
you
hear
gotta
what
remember that United were playing with really low and compact blocks, so they were hard to break down.
So do you know what that was making me think? What if bare teams do that?
They'll find a way. Like
Palace.
No, they will. I agree with you. They will find a way, but I don't think they'll always find a way.
No one ever does.
And guess what? Man are saying that City look back. Yeah, cool. But I'm starting to think you lot look like you need a striker even more than ever. That's just my opinion.
And
we will see.
That has been raised this week. The amount of times they have failed to score this season. I think it was around 18 games they failed to score in 6 or so. So in a third of the games they failed to score. The striker thing still continues to rear its ugly head. But yesterday they were leagues ahead of United.
Lastly, maybe not lastly, but now like some times past where how far would you say we're into the season, Jess?
A quarter, just over a quarter.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused when at the time, after being linked with Harry Kane, Man City came out and spent £100 million on Jack Grealish. At the time, I thought,
Crazy.
That's a bit mad. But everyone kind of acted normal about it.
You jumped out the window early, and I was thinking, Scorch, you might have gone too soon.
I just didn't get it. It seemed like usually, like you're never normally surprised that there's somebody that you see every week, but there's somebody happy to pay 100 M's for them.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you would usually kind of have a feeling about. Like, we got a feeling that man might want to pay 100 M's for Jude Bellingham. You know what I'm saying? But then, so now we're like a quarter of the season through. Jess, how are you feeling? Because
didn't get onto the pitch yesterday. Was taken off midweek in Champions League.
The 100 M's is not really. It's not making sense to me. Because it's looking like Chelsea's trying to win the league or Liverpool.
I've already told you Chelsea are going to win the league. With regards to Jack Grealish's £100 million move.
By the way, I'm not saying Jack Grealish is a bad player. I think he's good.
I think he's a piece of the puzzle, if you ask me. People are looking at him like he's the icing on the cake. No, I think he's just another layer of the cake.
£100 million
£100 million layer.
That's an expensive cherry on a cake.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss.
It was pointless. We said it was pointless from the start. It was common sense to see it was pointless. We're talking about Man City here. You have no striker, but you have 1,000 wingers.
Life goes on without
1,010s.
Grealish, it seems.
Why on earth are we spending 100 million on Jack Grealish,
Guys,
whose best trait is getting fouled and keeps the ball, which we don't do at Man City. We pass the ball.
Guys, you're missing the bigger
It's
picture.
a whole
They didn't miss him yesterday.
It's a
did
whole
they?
conflict
Like,
of
they
interest.
didn't miss him
shout out
at
Grealish,
all.
'cause I like Grealish anyway. But
Guys,
but man,
We're allowed
like,
to
I'm just saying,
we're allowed to
I
analyze
didn't-
it.
I didn't
it doesn't make
understand.
sense. It
That
doesn't
was
make
all it
sense.
is.
He's never scored he never had a season where he scored 15 goals, Premier League goals, and had 10 assists for them to be like, yeah, this is the season. There, we have to give them the 100 mil. Like, he's done nothing like that. He just started to play for England.
Guys, when
like this is mad.
He just had a summer
Jesse.
of playing for England.
SP's right.
guys,
an idea.
when City get this striker, okay, because they didn't get Jack Grealish instead of a striker, okay, they got someone who they
And
need-
failed to get the striker. Yeah.
Exactly, they got someone that was available that they could get now, so they thought, let's get him now. When their striker does come in,
You think it will improve?
that striker is this icing, this fabled icing on the cake that I'm talking about. Okay, guys, like look at how long we've been doing the pod for, just over a year now. How many times have I been wrong?
Quite a lot.
Moving on to the next game. Norwich managed to secure their first win of the season after the 11th try.
Wait, hold on. Wait. We can't go Norwich next.
Why not?
It's not a lot of games, is there?
No, we got to do Spurs. I don't want to talk about Norwich.
No, Jess, we give
Points.
a balanced
Jesus
platform,
Christ.
a balanced opportunity for all teams. Norwich managed to get their win against Brentford, one of my teams who I expected to stay up. They've had a rocky week or so, but Norwich got their first win of the season. No great escape. I cried for fuck's sake when he was sacked.
For fuck's sake.
And they
good, I
are
like
now without a manager. He was sacked after just shy of 210 games for the Canaries. Out of his 49 Premier League games, I believe it is, he's only got 6 wins and 35 losses.
Wait, can I just say one thing? I'm not gonna say anything after this. I just need to say this. This guy has been struggling to get a W in the Premier League for so long,
You keep him.
bro. There's been like 11 games this season.
Yep.
Yeah.
He hasn't won in like 20 something Premier League games. So they're talking about the Premier League games that he was in.
Yeah.
The Prem like a year and a half ago, however long ago. So he hasn't won a game in the Prem for so long, and then he's up against. He's played. I think he played all the top 10. I think it was
All killers.
they played since
Small
they started the
killers.
season. So we finally got a team that we should be competing with,
And they compete.
and we competed.
What do they go and do?
And we won. And not only have we won, we're only about 4 points from safety.
Yeah, as it stands, I think they're about 4 or 5. I think it is. Yeah,
So we're not far off safety, and we've just won our first game. Of the
a time to
season.
celebrate.
Time to celebrate, but not for Norwich.
Not for Farker, no.
Not for Farker, no.
What do we think about like the board? I think about 2 weeks ago they said, yeah, we're with him, confidence, blah 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 blah.
Snakey.
Is that them showing ambition,
Snaky, no?
cold-hearted, cutthroat, decisive action, which some other teams should possibly take, or is it a bit snaky because he's got them
week-
promoted twice?
Last week, Dan, you weren't here, but we did a thing on the worst players at every club.
Yes.
And
We got one player wrong. We said Hanley.
yeah,
What, he had a great performance.
it was Sargent.
It was Sargent.
Sargent is the worst player at Norwich. But when we
Big
got to
money.
Norwich, we were trying to figure out the worst player at Norwich, and I said it's everyone at Norwich. Scorcher wanted to nominate Delia. I said it's only players. Yeah, but it seems as if Scorcher had some kind of foresight. He knew how much of a shambles these people behind the scenes were. So with regards to the sacking of Farker, it can only be a difference of opinion. Like I don't understand, man. Or maybe they're smoking crack. Like,
Oh, Budge.
That's possibly one. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I'm just saying no
Hey,
because
for more detailed analysis, catch the show every single week on
Jesus.
Spotify, YouTube,
Wow.
all the things.
no, I'm being honest.
Some
Because
serious.
looking at it, yeah, this is a man that hasn't won in 20 Premier League games. Yeah,
Gets a win.
finally gets a win, and then you sack him
On the same day.
on the
But
same day.
but I just need to understand, yeah. When they said, right, Dan, we got to let you go.
Has to be.
The reason is
The reason is, Dan, we don't see things improving under your leadership.
He's crap.
Dragged it.
It's a very good thing Tottenham didn't buy that guy, you know. I'd rather
I think Lautaro's sick, and I pray Tottenham replace Harry Kane with him.
Vlahovic, you should get instead of him.
I would also take
Yeah, so
him.
as you were saying, Scorch, when they pulled him into the boardroom and said, Dan, we're going to let you go
Because-
and the because would have been something along the lines of, we
Hold
don't
on one sec. Sorry, one sec. Fucking hell. Just wiping this sweat off my head from this W that I just got.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I just finished winning. What are you saying?
So
love?
what was
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and wash off this sweat after this win I just got. You were saying, yeah, we're gonna let you go because we don't see things improving under your leadership anytime soon.
But I just won the first game.
Reports say that he was told before the game, but they didn't want to tell the squad too far ahead because they didn't want to disrupt the preparation.
No. He's
The weeks, and he kept it, and he kept it to himself.
So they could have kicked. Oh, that's great.
kept it to himself.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
He's a stand-up
he's
guy.
a chief. No, he's a chief. He's a chief.
Honourable man.
Because you know why? They used him, yeah, because they know this is 3 points that they can win.
Okay.
You are Delia. You're a pagan.
You're a scumbag.
Scumbag.
Proper leadership there. Brentford going through it a bit. 2 back-to-back losses. They've missed their keeper Rea, who I expect will get a big move in time once he's back from his injury.
To Aston Villa to replace Martinez.
Martinez
who's
when
gonna go
Martinez
somewhere.
gets his massive move. Are we worried about Brentford?
Nah.
No, because they're gonna get relegated. Me and Squad just said it.
Are you worried about Brentford?
The last 2 weeks have made me see things a little bit differently. Is how I'm gonna put it.
This.
Is how I'm gonna put it. And also, is it too soon to ask for goals from Ivan Toney?
No. Let's speak.
Is bullying centre backs?
You said some stuff. Let's break it
Is
down.
bullying centre backs, pinning guys, holding the ball up, bringing guys into play, all of the other top man stuff.
Decent
interviews
on social media.
Charisma.
So
supporting young black platforms on YouTube.
So what I did.
Is it time to ask for goals?
So what I did this morning, in fact, I got prepared for this. I went and watched all 37 of his championship goals last year.
Equality?
What are you going to call him? Are you going to name him Ivan?
I think 8 or
9. Tony?
I think
is that what you're going to say?
Penalties, but you got to score penalties. Now, I didn't watch any of these goals. He scored a bag load of goals. You can't replace goals. Goals are priceless. He scored a lot of goals, and I didn't come away from seeing these goals and say, he's a quality player. Yeah.
Is it?
I didn't watch any of the goals. Okay, but maybe it's because my perception of him has been skewed because you guys keep on banging on about him.
Oh, but he's not a quality player in the first place, though.
I didn't know that.
Just okay.
I watched it, and you know what?
Did you see the goals as well?
Yeah, I've done what you done, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Tony, I heard his name back end of last season, you know, and I looked and I was like, oh, he's a striker.
ST.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he's a
striker.
Yeah.
Like he's a striker that scores like striker goals.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make me know that you're gonna come to the Premier League and impact it.
The difference between
there's bare good strikers that ain't really,
and even more important than there
Wood.
being good strikers in the Premier League, there are good defensive units, not just defenders, defensive units. So the difference between the caliber of defenders in the Championship and the Premiership is like the Championship is like climbing Mount Snowdon. You can go up and down in 6 hours. Yeah. Premier League,
Kilimanjaro, K2
could be, and it's almost could be life or death. Could be critical.
Exactly, it could be critical. So it's a whole another kettle of
different type of
So you need to understand this, guys. But you know, Black Lives Matter. So I'll always support Ivan Toney.
Do you know what it is for me with Brentford?
What is it, Scooch?
And I've stopped. I don't diss Brentford. I don't diss Brentford.
You know better than that now because you've seen what they can do.
No,
They're gonna get relegated.
I got punched.
Oh, you're on that as well.
No, but you nearly had me a Scorch before when they was getting the results, but
So
now you're
there's three
seeing
people that think
now
they're
you're
gonna get
seeing that
relegated.
they've
I
lost
still
at
don't think they'll
home.
get relegated.
They've lost at home to Norwich.
Yeah,
You've seen it now.
that.
You've seen it now.
shit.
Oh no, I'm a bit worried.
There's only one other thing that's more concerning than that, and that's a loss to Newcastle.
Yeah.
That's it. But Brentford. What I was gonna say is, this is the bit that is concerning. Me and Jess don't really care about Brentford. We had a little look over there. There wasn't many players, if I'm being honest. I might sound like a football snob, but there wasn't many players that were like, yo, we want our club to still. Yeah. But the problem is Walks, they've lost again this week, and I feel like I could just replay whatever Jess said last week, and it will be
Accurate.
the same.
Yeah.
Like Jess, I don't.
I'm gonna watch this space.
Do you feel like there's any difference between this week and last week? To the face.
Look what Ole's done to SB.
To the face.
There's no
civilized
difference.
Straight from the bottle.
Yeah.
Pain.
There's no difference.
No difference. Fair play. Brentford, step it up. I've got a lot.
Dan,
Riding.
Put a lot of faith
Don't
in
you
you.
dare.
On your survival.
Dan, I need to take a time out. Armchair
working,
Gaffers, sorry about this. Dan, don't you ever bring up a Norwich and Brentford game on this podcast ever again, bro. This is the last time I'm standing for this.
All right, cool.
Fuck my life. Jesus fucking Christ. What?
Moving on to more important matters, the game that Jess wanted to mention was a ball draw, 0-0
A lot of emphasis in that.
draw fest at Goodison Park. Antonio Conte's bow as Spurs manager. Scorch, I know you would have been watching that one with a keen eye.
Yeah.
Have you seen the developments? Is Conte ball here? How much silverware is he going to win in 18 months?
Don't know about any of that stuff.
Okay,
There's
fair. Lovely. It's going to be lovely suits.
Nice. The suit game.
Voluminous hair.
Strong. Suit game strong.
Follicles.
Follicled up.
But on the pitch, what are we seeing? Are you happy with the appointment?
I like there's stuff beginnings of stuff I like. I like the way Emerson Royale appears to be adjusting to being a wing back. I think a wing back way suits him.
Because at times he has looked like what people have described a competition winner playing in the Prem.
Competition player.
I just think he's
So it's like
yeah.
someo's just picked out the crowd.
Told you
You can play in the Prem.
He's
NBA
like,
player.
man, forget he's 22 from Brazil. Like, man, forget, like, he's already been Spain. Like, he's just got out of Brazil, gone Spain. He's like, give the boy a sec.
Fair.
I think he'll be all right. But I personally
You like that?
see some shit I like.
Anything else?
I seen some stuff I like from Davies. Not so much that I think he's a good footballer. Not so much that I want him in my team. No.
Why did your face go?
No, because Davies has
My face was like this as well. And I looked at you
he's
and yours
been
like
like-
this.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, massively
Yeah, like, I
derided,
just-
I think the word
Do you know
is.
what it is? I saw him playing in a position. I saw him playing in a position where it just seems like he can't have a negative impact on the
Fair.
game, and he can potentially have a positive one. I thought so. That was cool. Now we go on to our midfield. Jesus Christ.
Still found wanting.
It's the squad,
is there? Yeah, is there not? There's probably not enough quality there to
Yeah, like, I
to
can't
get
even
away
judge.
with.
I won't judge Conte till
And it's
like
a
next year.
3-4-3
Until
right?
it starts next year.
3-4-3.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
yeah.
you've got the two
It's not
centre
five.
mids. So you're gonna need this. Previously, he's had players like Brozovic. He's had Kante. He's had Matic in those
And then the
positions.
bench that he's got to work with as well is like,
You're not really.
brother, what have you
Yeah,
given him to work
impressed.
with?
So today we've got Skip and Højbjerg.
It was Skip and Højbjerg. Lo Celso came on at a point, and
How was he?
at this point,
Came on for
I'm
Son, right?
ready to say no.
How?
Just you're done with that experiment.
I'm done now.
That's fair. That's fair. We don't want to cover old ground. I think Lo Celso got bombed last week by the gaffers.
Lo Celso,
He was bad.
we're done. Ndombele, we're done. Winks, we're done. Do you know who surprisingly made a little bit of sense? You'll never guess, but it's kind of obvious.
Dyer?
No,
Kane.
no. It's so obvious.
Lucas?
If you had to guess,
Romero?
no. If you had to guess one person that would benefit from a Conte and Nuno system in this Tottenham squad,
Oh, what, Matt Doherty.
came on at left wing back and was making a bit of sense.
Oh, El Dub. Wow.
Weird.
I
That's strange.
think there's I think you should be given a clean slate with Conte.
I low key think we might see something that
Conte
makes
says
sense.
that everyone has a clean slate. He says he's judging players on what he's seen. He doesn't care about like what he's seen before or how people have gotten on before. I think this was especially about Dele Alli. But he's saying everyone has a clean slate with me.
I've seen Moses, Vicky Moore turn to prime Cafu.
And Nick deal after deal abroad after it.
Bro, prime Cafu.
I'm sorry. But
As long as they're coachable, some of these players. there's
sorry,
no
I don't know
argument
they
with
are.
Conte, but I don't. That's the problem.
this clean slate talk, for me is all cap because you continue to play Harry Kane.
I'll be real with you.
Do we
See,
think it's gone beyond?
Who
saving at
else
that
do
point?
they play?
I think you see
Anyone.
with Kane, I feel like it's
Someone
one
out
of
of the
them.
crowd.
It's one of them.
Scarlett?
Anyone.
It's one of them scenarios where, like, if we're just being real, he's gonna play till he's sold.
Fair. It seems like a one of those like relationships, so you might have like uncles and aunties or people on your road. They're husband and wife, but the passion is gone. It's dead. But we're just running
We're
along
here for the
with it.
kids.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It suits everyone to just crack on for a while, and then eventually someone finds a new younger
King
model.
and- yeah.
I do
And,
do
you
feel
call it
like
off.
it's best for all parties if
Got a surprise.
if Kane goes. I thought this before, but now I think
More than
even
ever.
more so with Conte at the wheel, definitely let Kane go because who we can attract is different.
I saw him say talking
Shout.
that shit again as well, Kane. Oh, you know,
Conte's a great
his resume
manager.
speaks for itself.
Nah,
you know,
don't do
and-
it now.
It's too late now.
He's back.
Go. How
Doing-
about why
doing
don't
vice
you why
captain.
don't you go out there and go and chase your trophies?
Or go and play
Because
golf.
when you got to the finals with
Gary.
Tottenham, you didn't want to win them for us.
Gary Neville.
didn't
I
appear.
fucking hate Gary Neville right now.
That's interesting to see, man. I would like to see what Conte has in mind for Kane and if he is able to revive him, because Costa under Conte. Lukaku and Lautaro under Conte. A host of players at Juventus under Conte have managed to thrive.
Holgate's challenge. Did anyone see it?
I didn't see it. I saw the update. I was out, so I missed that.
Holgate's ended up in the air like this.
We've said it before, Scorch.
With studs into the thigh.
The person. We said it before. Holgate is one of those players who isn't really on the fuck shit, as the Americans say.
The fuck shit.
And he treads that line quite a lot. So I weren't shocked at he's like Michael Flatley doing a jig.
Have you man
along
seen
the line.
June by any chance?
no.
If you see
The film.
yeah, if you see the way that the frame and desert walk, that's what Holgate does with the
line of what is acceptable and not. So yeah, another shocker of a challenge. Everton, what do you make of Everton?
No,
Simple.
They're in
No.
a odd place.
No Everton time.
I tell you what though.
No, just not, please.
No. Everton deserve no time.
I tell you what though. Yeah. Somebody should buy the Mari Grace. Not this season. I mean, like
In
obviously,
time.
give it 18 months. Let them get bored. Let them have delusions of grandeur and maybe sign in Di Maria,
Yeah.
Haaland, Mbappe, whoever, someone. Yeah. And then you go and you offer them 17 million euro.
With add-ons.
The currency, with unspecified add-ons.
Quickly, on my way here, I was talking to one of my friends, United friend, and he
Shout him out.
Like that. The old Ronaldo celebration.
is that a bit? Am I groping him?
And you got to do
Interesting.
2 hands.
See.
I've got
Then
one
it's
hand on
Ronaldo.
wings.
Oh,
One
yes.
hand on wings. He said, and these are not my words. I don't care what you think about me and my opinions. He said, if Damari Gray was brought up in the Manchester United Academy, he would be Marcus Rashford.
Oh, I knew you were going. This imaginary friend is back. You've
Yeah.
done this again.
Cool.
Oh, is
Maybe
he just
what?
making
You've
it
done
up?
this. Yeah.
Saying they're the same thing,
Oh, it's
basically. It's like
Just to spun
They're
the
not
block.
the same thing. That's crazy.
it's not my words. I don't
Yeah,
care.
when your friends are talking out of line, just you need to put them back in line.
That's an
'cause-
outrageous thing to say.
And he supports Man United as well.
Do you know how much? Do you know? You see Marcus Rashford. Sometimes he hits the ball with je ne sais quoi.
Guys,
You know, like sometimes he bends his body up from about
Guys,
25 yards and just puts
a United fan said
on
it.
and sees Wagwan.
I know you think it's me. I don't have to
So
lie.
he says.
Okay, cool. I've got to prove. I don't care.
Chelsea.
That's fair. Our European champions, our European overlords, Chelsea, drew 1-1 with Burnley. Relegation
Burnley.
facing Burnley.
Shock.
A shock draw. Massive 2 points dropped at home, Chelsea.
Are we
Ross
acting like,
Barkley was on road again.
are we acting like we ain't seen Burnley
Do this.
all the time? They got a problem with Chelsea.
I don't know the head to head, but yesterday I wasn't expecting it.
Imagine in your head, don't you remember like when Chelsea scored that mad goal? I think it was like Fabregas to Costa.
I remember it being, I remember the Conte era. I feel like at Turf Moor
Yeah, I believe so.
something might
I
happen.
feel like we was in Tottenham, maybe.
Yes.
Boom. But my point is anyway.
It was that seat. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it was those times.
My point is like I can frequently remember, irrespective of the score, I regularly watch Burnley and
There was
think,
an era
are you
where-
trying a little thing here? Then they Chelsea brushed them, but like it don't really surprise. Like I know
Fair
Burnley are kind of on them. I don't know why though.
Yeah. It was a massive, like a big shock. I saw 1-0 and I was thinking, okay, cool. It's just going to end up being another 7, like they did to Norwich the week before. 25 shots, the most Premier League shots on target Chelsea have had without winning since 2015. They only had 4 on target. Are they missing their 80-90 million pound striker?
They were missing Lukaku that game, man.
What do we think about Jess? What do we think about what's going on with Lukaku at the moment?
He's not playing. He's injured. What, is he not injured?
No,
I'm just
injured.
asking,
Yeah,
like,
injured.
just how you feel about.
Lukaku.
Did they miss him?
See me, yeah.
80 million, 90 million pound hole.
They don't miss him
97.
because they never. He's already played. He played like 7 league games? If
Not
that.
nothing too crazy. Yeah.
I think he missed the first 1 or 2 league games. So yeah, no, they don't miss him.
They missed some sitters yesterday,
Can I
like,
ask
which weren't
another
Lukaku
question?
related.
I know we say like they don't miss him, yeah. Do they need him?
For that game? Yeah. Oh, do they Chelsea need him?
This is mad. We're like reviewing loads of signings this episode.
They needed a striker.
Yeah, they miss him.
No. They needed a striker. Do they need him?
They needed Kane.
Yes, they need.
I'm
No,
gonna
they
say
needed
yeah.
a striker because last year we were all saying the final missing part is the striker.
But was that
Lukaku come
Lukaku
off
though?
a mad season in thing.
He's only
He's
available.
improved. He showed improvements. He's maturing. He's come together as this massive player. Belgium, yada yada yada, breaking all these records. I think they need him.
Because you know, like how we say, all right, you see, like Man City, I feel like we all are on the same page that they need Kane. Like Kane in there, just being Kane. We imagine, we don't know. That kind of makes sense. But in my head, Lukaku at Chelsea made bare sense.
But we've had 11 games now, whatever, to review it, and you can change your mind.
Yeah.
You're still not
Oh, no, it's not December.
fair. That's when everything gets charged. Ross Barkley, first league start since 2019.
Good on
The
the boy.
2019-20 season. Had loads of shots, didn't score. I'm just not sure what to make of Barkley in 2021, approaching 2022.
Is he still at Everton's level?
I don't know.
He did look very Aston Villa level to me. He looked
That,
like that was
was
his end.
vibey, but it just kind of faded out. Few injuries and whatnot, and other players being better than him. At Aston Villa, kind of led to him, being a spare part at Chelsea. But Tuchel trying to use his squad and whatnot. Reece James is in bonkers form. Assists if he's not scoring, and if he's scoring braces. It is bonkers. I think he is. I'm not gonna go ham. I'm gonna wheel it in. I'm gonna rein it in. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say about Reece James. We are gonna move on to Arsenal beating Watford as expected at the Emirates. Arsenal unbeaten in possibly 10 games now, I believe. Smith Rowe, he's beating the can't finish allegations. Decent strike from him. What do we make of Arsenal?
I watched the game today, and Aubameyang was doing his best to
Get subbed.
Remember when Benzema said to Phil Mendy,
Oh, brother, yeah.
Brother.
People were talking about.
By the way, we bare times. This is what we when
It's just random.
We just say-
it's an affirmation now. Yeah.
brother?
Bravo.
Yeah, but listen, no, Arsenal won today. Wasn't pretty. Aubameyang done a stupid bad touch for offside, which made us not score the first goal. He missed the
Oh, that was
penalty.
sick. One of
did he do that?
one of my favorite offsides where the player is behind the goalkeeper
Yeah,
and they rule
There
it.
was
And
two
everyone's,
today, you
and
know.
everyone's like, "What's going on?
Why is he
What's
nervous?
happened?"
yeah.
Like, you don't
know,
know
there
the
was two
rules
of those.
of football.
Yeah, I was-
There's
game.
one in
he scored a own goal. No, he scored a goal that was offside or whatever.
was it Saka?
And then Saka had one as well.
No, that's the same one. Saka scored.
No, there was
that one.
somebody scored. Odegaard scored and he tapped it in.
Exactly, but that was just a clean offside.
Oh, yeah,
Stinker.
so-
And
yeah.
so those two offsides and
That's the
penalty
poacher
miss,
within.
Aubameyang was playing against Arsenal today, but let's
Mr.
not,
Penn as well. Yeah.
let's not get ahead of ourselves with Arsenal. They've won.
Good result.
You did say they're going to explode, and now they're in 5th place ahead of teams who have not outspent them, but spent more over recent
I'm gonna
years,
keep saying
better
that until people
coaches.
say it out loud. That Ben White geezer is all right.
Do you know who else is a bit
I don't know,
dominant
Arsenal
in
fans.
set pieces?
Gabriel.
Bro,
No, but that's
the man's a
nothing new.
magnet.
He's a bit beastly,
Ball.
isn't it?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, like
treating
his head
he's treating
just-
guys like shit a bit.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to talk about Arsenal.
Bulldozers them. Like, just
Saw the lineup today. Being an Arsenal fan, saw the lineup and saw Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and I was like, anyways, watching him play,
not bad.
I'm going.
Right, he played.
Bit Rolls Roycey.
Yeah.
Like he does
Like,
little things that
things,
like
isn't it?
players who have been playing for 38 games in the league or played for England, like he plays with like a little bit of poise and
Arrogance.
arrogance.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing things like little dinky passes, and I'm
Manipulate.
like,
That's where I was
what
gonna
the
go
fuck?
with it. The reverse dinky winky.
Yes,
but it wasn't. It
man,
Why are you
wasn't.
doing that?
Do you know why it was special? Because he low dink.
Manipulation.
That's
Loading.
Yeah.
He hasn't dinked it
Put a
up
bit of
over
detail
all
on
of
it.
the people. He's low dink.
Lift it over.
This is what happens in a team, in any team when there's competition for places. You have to step it up. This is what happens. This is why Luke Shaw, my opinion, hasn't really kicked on because there's no competition.
He's not, but he clocked now, right? Tellers.
So we need to go sign another.
When Tellers first came in, Luke Shaw stepped it up, and then once he was secured of his spot for both United and England, he's now eased off the gas.
True.
That's
Interesting.
just my opinion. But again,
Interesting.
what do I know?
Just a
What the
gaffer.
fuck what's up with Bailly and that?
Look, I'm hitting the bottle.
Yeah, he's finished.
No, it's nearly finished,
And Maitland-Niles playing in his favoured position of midfield.
He didn't do himself any harm.
You got sometimes in life, if you don't ask,
SB, I like this. Morals.
Don't get.
A closed mouth don't
words to
get
lip,
fed.
don't get fed.
No.
Back in Jamaica, we say, what?
what? I just heard back in Jamaica. I was looking from this side, but the sound was coming from this side,
yeah.
or the lion, or maybe the Zion lion. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ignore.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
Tanzanian
sorry.
brethren over there. Brighton and Newcastle
we're doing this as well.
drew.
Please, no.
That was a bit of a
Please.
stinker. The XG Kings, Brighton,
Please, Stan. You're killing us.
the richest team in the world.
my days.
Newcastle are getting relegated. I've said it here on the
What was I
7th of
talking
November.
about?
Eddie Howe was in the
Are
building.
you going with full chest?
Yeah, they're gone.
Who?
They're gone.
No,
Newcastle gone.
Newcastle gone.
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
this.
yeah. Unless
know
they have
what?
a mad January, which I don't see anyone having a mad January. They're gone.
I think they're done. So
Like,
Eddie Howe's not enough. I don't think.
Nah.
I want to chat.
What do I know?
He's already got Bournemouth for it.
After 5 seasons.
Like I want to say, because I look at Newcastle, they got players, not bare players, but I mean they got that. You shouldn't really be getting relegated, kind of.
Wilson,
Yeah, bro, they've got
2
Wilson.
players.
They got Wilson. They got Lascelles.
Gucci Max.
They got Gucci Max. They got the long stuff.
Lascelles is cutting. Lascelles is cutting through because
Taking
he's
the
got a
piss.
good fade and he's got a decent frame.
He's light
He's
skinned.
not. He's not.
That's it.
You've
He ain't
never,
been up to much.
He's
in
a champion.
In a while.
He's a championship.
you've never heard me
centre-back
say
at best,
anything
man.
good about Lascelles. But I'm not gonna say anything bad either.
Fair.
But what I'm saying is they've got Lascelles though. Yeah. They got Lascelles. They've got Wilson.
Couple of decent goalkeepers.
You know what I mean, they've got
Yeah,
a
they have,
decent
yeah.
GK. They got Fraser.
We got a decent GK
Who hates
but a bad
Eddie Howe.
XG.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah, Eddie Howe.
Oh,
Yeah,
safe.
they
He's
fell out.
gone back in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. for
So,
him.
but when you look at that, you say, "Oh, they can't get rid." And then you remember,
that's
I've
quality.
seen you get relegated with a sick team before, and also on top of that, at some stage we do kind of have to say, "Raw, this is a whole quarter of the season."
Yeah.
Can't just throw away a whole quarter of the season.
Over a quarter.
Like you see, like 1 in 4, your loot, that's you.
Considerable
Done.
amount. Yeah.
1 down,
Yeah. Not great.
3 to go, and they seem to only get harder.
Stinky. Yeah, Southampton got Dean Smith sacked. 3 years in the job. Got him promoted. Picked him up when they were 17th, I think, in the champ.
Sad, man.
Bit early. Always 5 games. It doesn't matter what you've done. Sentiment goes out the window. Again, another board with decisive action.
No
if the
points
Glazers are
in
watching.
what, 6? I think it is.
Well, five losses on the bounce.
Yes, bro, it's bad.
You see what I don't get though? When you see, like, when I see clubs like Aston Villa, not saying they shouldn't have sacked him. I understand why they sacked him, but it's like, depending on who your club is, like stuff like that can make me feel concerned. Like when Tottenham weren't moving decisive, I was rattled. Like if Aston Villa can fuck off Dean Smith,
He's done a bit for them.
yeah, I need Tottenham to definitely be able to let go of Nuno if this ain't making
17
sense.
Man
games.
United to get rid of Oli. But guess who still has the manager? Of all of these clubs.
He's got the Midas touch, man. Yeah. Villa lost 1-0. Armstrong, I think it was, on Friday. Great strike.
By the way, that Armstrong striker experiment, yeah, it's dead.
It's working.
Oh, you're not having
Nah,
it?
it's dead.
It's working.
Not having
It's
it.
dead.
I think it's working.
What's he got? 2, 3 Prem goals.
Ah,
Do you know what he looks like? He looks like a guy that's a championship striker. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
he looks like,
Boss at the
go take
championship.
that shit in the champ and someone
your
is
life.
going to give you another opportunity.
What's
But you
the
think the
format?
step might be a touch too far?
Bro, I keep seeing him lashing the ball.
That's his thing.
Yeah, he strikes it. Yeah, with venom.
Seeing
Venom.
him lash the
Just
ball.
lash.
Lash it.
Bobby.
Yeah, Villa, before we wrap. Ings was deemed to be great business, but now I think we're starting to see possibly why no other teams was in for him.
injured.
Can you just imagine
He's
this?
injured again. Yeah, yeah.
Can you lot imagine this? Imagine this. Imagine Tottenham really sold Harry Kane in the summer and bought Danny Ings. Fuck me.
Banter FC.
Could be a bit of sufferation. I feel sorry for Smith because he contributed to Jack Grealish becoming the player that he became, £100 million player. So he did well in building that player and creating and developing him, selling him, and now there's a Grealish size hole. I think
Sad.
it's tough.
I think they need to find. You know what I think's really killed them. I think Buendia has. I don't want. I'm
thought
not.
the business was good, but now I'm looking back.
It's just not hitting.
The Leon Bailey's been ill, injured.
I think the Bailey one is unlucky. Like they're playing Buendia in the 10.
That's not for him.
I don't think he's that guy, bro.
I think Bailey was a bit poor on Friday against Southampton. It was a bit of a shocker. And I think, where they didn't strengthen was bringing in Ashley Young and Tuan Zabi.
Do you know what? I don't really.
Zabi's been looking really bad, hasn't he?
They're back. You know, they're centre half options. They're all the same.
All the same player, innit? Literally, yeah, all black.
They're all action.
They're all
man.
the same.
They're all like, I know them three man all get along.
High
and
impact.
Also, don't all go and link girls that hang around with each other.
What?
Huh? But yeah, they're the same guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, more or less. Like, what? Not who's the defender 1 and defender 2 or defender A, defender
A side, B side.
It's all the same. I see they couldn't kick no ball. Yeah, they couldn't kick
shouting at each
no
other.
ball
Yeah.
the other day. Yeah, and so you know what their solution was? They brought on Tyron Mings.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you lot just
It's
listen.
time.
Just go and get PK or something. Just get PK.
Because it's that easy.
Change it up.
But JT, as they call him, John Terry supposedly is in the running for that. And also the Danish manager, Kasper Hjulmand, is supposed to be he's supposed to be leading the pack because he's also Danish, like Villa's sporting director, Johan Lange. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, man, interesting to see more decisive action from clubs. And yeah, Leicester and Leeds played out a 1-1 draw. Rafinha, Harvey Barnes back on the score sheet 2nd week in a row. And Leeds, Bielsa,
He's next out.
watch this space. And I think that brings us to the end of the weekend review.
Lovely.
Join us next week for another weekend review and tomorrow for the Continental Corner. Peace.
You're done now.